Welcome to the Fiber Pusher. I'm Anita Story. In case you're wondering, no, I haven't gone all geek on you. I'm a nerd, not a geek. I am actually testing, I'm going to do an experiment with Fitbits. And one of the things I'm doing is I'm testing Scott's Fitbit. He is allowing me to wear his for the next several days. The first day, basically, I'm just making sure that his Fitbit and my Fitbit measure steps the same. I'm going to be doing some tests. I'm going to be walking up and down the hall, counting 100 steps, seeing to make sure that they're accurate. And then what I want to do is, some people wear their Fitbits in different places. Some people wear their Fitbit around their ankle, which makes sense. You're measuring steps. Some on their right wrist versus their left wrist. And some of people just shove them in their pocket. Well, I mean, obviously, you're not going to be able to get heart rate on your ankle or in your pocket. But I'm going to use his Fitbit in those places to see how much they differ from what they measure when they're on my left wrist. So today's kind of control day. See how close they are to each other. Measure, like as I checked it earlier, one of them said I had a heart rate this morning of 72 and the other one said 71. It's pretty close, you know. So anyways, I'm going to be doing this test over the next few days, and I'll let you know what the results are at the end. But, yeah, for today anyway, I look like a geek. Alrighty, I'll let you know. Talk to you later. Okay, so this is day 2 of the Fitbit testing. Today I'm actually wearing Scott's on my ankle. It's on my left ankle, and I'm wearing it under my sock because I don't want to accidentally lose it because it's pretty snug. I mean, it's a couple notches in, but I don't want to take any chances of losing it. So, yep, today's day 2 of the challenge. Day 1 had interesting results. I'll talk about that at the end of this video. But, so yeah, here we go, and we're starting with day 2. Okay, the Fitbit experiment is concluded, and I wanted to show you the results. On the first day, I wore both Scott's Fitbit and my Fitbit on my left wrist. This kind of gave me a control. I wanted to make sure they were reading the same, and they were close. At the end of the day, there was an 84 steps difference. Scott had 84 steps less than mine did. I thought it was interesting because I did the steps. I did 100 steps, and I counted them because I wanted to make sure how accurate they both were. And Scott's at the end of the 100 steps registered 95, and mine registered 96. Okay, so we lost a few steps on the 100 steps. But let's see what it was like at 500. And so I counted 500 steps. Both of our Fitbits lost 26 steps. End of the day, Scott's Fitbit registered 5,282 steps, and mine registered 5,366. So that was a difference of 84 steps. Mine had 1.6% more steps than Scott's did at the end of the day. So, you know, that's not that bad of a difference. It's less than 2%. To me, that's margin of error. I can handle that. So let's look what happened when I did the next day, and I put Scott's Fitbit on my left ankle. Now, I put it underneath my sock because I didn't want to accidentally lose his Fitbit. But I thought this would be interesting for you to see. So at the end of the day, we were on the road a lot, so there wasn't a whole lot of steps for me. But his registered 5,114. Remember, this is on my ankle. Mine on my wrist measured 3,252. That's a difference of 1,862 steps to Scott's Fitbit's good. So the Fitbit that was on the ankle registered almost 2,000 steps more for the day. That's 36.4% difference. And considering the day before, his was actually registering less steps when it was on both on my left wrist, and then put his on the ankle, and it registered so many more. I think that's very, very interesting. And so let's go to the third day, which was yesterday. I put Scott's in my pocket. It was in my left pocket. I kept everything on my left side. And his registered 7,667 steps, and mine registered 7,015. again, his registered more than mine when it didn't on the control, and there was a difference of 8.5%. Again, I think that's pretty high. Not as bad as it on the left ankle, but it's still much higher than having them both on the left wrist. So my conclusion of this is, while the Fitbit isn't entirely accurate, it seems to register, at least on the left wrist for the two that I use, less steps. I don't mind that. I would rather it register less steps than more steps. And on both, on the left ankle and in the pocket, his registered more steps. As someone who's trying to be as fit conscious as I can be and making sure I count my steps, I would rather it count less steps than more steps, because more steps is actually, to me, kind of cheating. I didn't walk 5,114 steps on Saturday. I walked 3,252 steps, around that amount. The fact that his registered 1,862 steps more was a false reading, and the fact that I didn't get as much exercise as I thought I did if you went by his Fitbit. And the same on the next day. It was 652 steps off for the day, and I was on my feet quite a bit, but it was mostly cooking, walking back and forth between sink and stove and refrigerator and that kind of thing. So there, again, wasn't as many steps as I, could be taking. I do want to get above 10,000, but right now, this is what I've got. But again, just having it in the pocket registered a false positive in the steps that I had. So my conclusion on this is definitely wear it on your wrist. For those people who wear it on their ankle or in their pocket, you're not getting the benefit you think you're getting. And I know there's some companies that actually pay their employees a bonus incentive if they get above like 10,000 steps a day. And I know a lot of those employees wear them on their ankles because they know it registers more steps that way. And to me, that's cheating. If you're going to do this, be honest about it and wear it on your wrist like you're supposed to. So those are my conclusions on the Fitbit challenge. I found this really, really interesting, and I'm glad I did it. I'm also glad to know that my Fitbit isn't all that far off. I mean, at the end of the day, I did probably lose, I don't know, a few steps here and there. Looks like about 5 steps for every 100 on average. I can live with that. Like I said, I would rather register less steps than more steps. So that's the conclusion of the Fitbit challenge. I hope you found this as interesting as I did, and be curious to find out, if you wear your Fitbits in different places, what your results are. So have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.